You've sung along to every song, you own the merch, and you've probably had a heated debate about whether it's a Halloween or a Christmas movie. But what if I told you that despite all your dedication, you still don't know the half of what really happened behind the scenes of The Nightmare Before Christmas? Get ready for some eye-opening revelations that might just tilt your Pumpkin King crown. It's a film synonymous with Tim Burton, yet he never once directed on set. This stop-motion marvel took 3 painstaking years to bring to life, and during that time, Jack Skellington's face transformed over 400 times. Even more incredible, the entire fantastical journey began with a simple poem Tim Burton scribbled on a napkin, a full 2 decades before the movie finally graced our screens.
Getting inspiration for my movies comes from different sources. I remember years ago I was watching a store window being changed from Halloween decorations to Christmas decorations, and it triggered an idea for a story. I first wrote it as a poem called The Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I had the great luck and fortune to be able to make it into a movie.
So, get ready, because we're diving into 30 astonishing facts that will make you watch The Nightmare Before Christmas with brand new eyes. Fact 1. Every masterpiece has a beginning, and for The Nightmare Before Christmas, it started with a young Tim Burton, then an animator at Disney. Back in 1982, Tim penned a whimsical poem featuring just 3 characters: Jack Skellington, his ghost dog Zero, and Santa Claus. Fact 2. Burton initially envisioned this as a TV special, but Disney said no way. They feared the eerie rhymes and gothic aesthetic would be too unsettling for preschoolers, struggling to reconcile a skeleton-led Christmas with their wholesome brand. Fact 3. The spark for this brilliant clash of holidays came from a mundane source, a Burbank department store. Tim recalled seeing Halloween candy next to plastic Santas every August. That jarring yet fascinating contrast planted the seed for 2 distinct holiday worlds colliding. Fact 4. Years later, the legendary Vincent Price was considered for narration. Imagine that iconic voice.
Don't sit up all night thinking of ways to get rid of me.
Sadly, after his wife's passing, Price's voice became too frail, and the role ultimately went to Edward Ivory. Fact 5. Can you imagine the film without its unforgettable soundtrack?
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween.
Danny Elfman, a frequent Burton collaborator, began scoring every song before a complete script existed.
And we'd never, either of us, done one before, so it was kind of like we weren't sure how to start, and we didn't actually have a script. So we just decided, well, let's start working on songs, and then we'll just go from there.
He worked directly from Burton's rough sketches, letting visuals inspire melodies, making the music integral from inception. Fact 6. Despite being Tim Burton's brainchild, the hands-on direction fell to the incredibly talented Henry Selick. While Burton was busy bringing penguins to life for Batman Returns, Selick meticulously crafted the stop-motion magic on set. Selick was the true maestro. Fact 7. Disney, uneasy with the film's darker tone, made curious demands. They insisted Jack Skellington needed traditional eyeballs to be more relatable. But Selick and Burton, staunch defenders of their artistic vision, stood firm, threatening to walk if Disney interfered with Jack's iconic empty eye sockets. The studio blinked, and Jack's hollow gaze remains essential to his charm. Fact 8. The story felt too edgy for the classic Disney Castle logo, so Disney released it under its Touchstone Pictures banner instead. This distanced their main brand from potential controversy while still benefiting from the film's eventual success. Fact 9. Burton wasn't physically directing, but he visited the set monthly. He'd sneak notes and creative suggestions to the crew inside a mysterious black folder, playfully stamped Scare List. It was his way of subtly guiding the project, ensuring his vision remained intact. Fact 10. Henry Selick also made a critical design choice: Jack's pinstripes. Originally, Jack wore an all-black suit, but Selick realized he'd vanish against dark graveyard backgrounds. So he personally added those iconic white pinstripes, ensuring our hero always stood out, a stark figure against the shadowy landscape. Fact 11. Now let's talk about the incredible engineering that brought these characters to life. Jack Skellington was a marvel of puppet design, boasting about 400 interchangeable heads. Think about it. 400 different expressions, each sculpted, molded, cast, and meticulously hand-painted. Every eyebrow raise or subtle grin required a completely different head. Fact 12. Beyond the heads, the puppets themselves were miniature marvels. Each contained a sophisticated metal armature, a skeleton of ball and socket joints, allowing precise, minute movements. Over 20,000 individual metal parts were machined for these armatures, ensuring a puppet's hand would stay perfectly put between frames for smooth animation. Fact 13. The film featured over 60 distinct character designs. To keep the demanding schedule on track, duplicates of many characters such as the clown, wolfman, and witches were created. This allowed multiple animation teams to work in parallel, crucial for a project of this scale. Fact 14. Then there's Oogie Boogie, the burlap sack of nightmares. He was the toughest character to design and animate. His large, shapeless form presented unique challenges. His burlap body was stuffed with cotton and, in a macabre touch, real dead bugs. Plastic beetles used for internal squirming frequently popped out on set, adding unexpected authenticity. Fact 15. The delicate nature of these puppets was another constant hurdle. Their latex skin was incredibly thin, so fragile that fingerprints would show. A single accidental squeeze or misplaced touch meant starting the painstaking shot over again. Imagine the pressure. Fact 16. Bringing Halloween Town and Christmas Town to life required an enormous physical space. The crew meticulously built an astounding 230 sets, spread across 19 massive sound stages. Some sets were tiny for close-ups, while others were vast, towering structures requiring cranes like the elaborate town square. It was an entire miniature world, constructed with breathtaking detail. Fact 17. One of the cleverest innovations was the use of secret passageways, trapdoors, and underground tunnels built into the sets. These allowed animators to pop up, nudge a puppet, and vanish just as quickly. This ingenious system ensured no human shadows or hands accidentally appeared in the frame, maintaining the illusion. Fact 18. The visual style of Halloween Town was enhanced by inventive lighting. Hallways were painted with UV white paint, and then black lights created an eerie, otherworldly moon glow without casting human shadows, adding to the magical atmosphere. Fact 19. Keep an eye out for a blink and you'll miss it cameo. In the street band, inside the bass drum, a tiny sculpted hockey player is modeled to look exactly like Danny Elfman. It's a charming hidden nod to the film's brilliant composer. Fact 20. The film's distinct visual aesthetic drew heavy inspiration from Ronald Searle and Edward Gorey. The design team aimed to replicate their textured cross-hatching and detailed pen and ink styles. German expressionist angles and Searle's patterns were hand-drawn directly onto foam core and set pieces, creating those deep, dramatic shadows and a distinctly stylized world. Fact 21. The sheer labor involved in stop-motion animation is almost incomprehensible. Animators had to pose and capture approximately 110,000 individual frames. For every single second of finished film, they meticulously posed puppets 24 times. It was a grueling, painstaking process requiring immense patience. Fact 22. Consider this. 1 minute of finished film took an entire work week. The grand finale sequence alone consumed 3 months of dedicated animation. This wasn't just a movie, it was a marathon of artistic endurance. Fact 23. The delicate puppets, especially those with latex skin, were vulnerable to heat. To prevent them from literally baking, a blinking red alarm system was installed. This alarm guarded the puppets, alerting animators if a lamp was left on too long, preventing irreparable damage to fragile latex faces. Fact 24. To speed up the glacial pace, multiple duplicates of main characters were used. This meant one crew could film Jack lamenting on one stage, while another simultaneously captured Jack rejoicing on a different stage. It was the only way to manage the demanding production. Fact 25. Even with precautions, accidents happened. When a puppet head cracked, painters faced an incredibly difficult task. Under magnifying lamps, they meticulously matched original freckle patterns and subtle color variations, ensuring seamless continuity. Fact 26. The Nightmare Before Christmas also played a crucial role in animation history. Its release marked a significant revival of big-screen stop-motion in the US, a technique not used in a major American feature since 1985. It proved this classic art form still had a powerful place in cinematic storytelling. Fact 27. The voice behind Jack Skellington is a fascinating dual performance. Brandon lent his smooth, theatrical speaking voice. It was Danny Elfman who truly brought Jack's singing voice to life. Elfman, ever the method performer, reportedly recorded Jack's lament while lying on the floor. This helped his voice sound more breathy and vulnerable, perfectly capturing Jack's existential angst. Fact 28. Elfman's vocal talents didn't stop there. He also voiced two other memorable characters, the mischievous Beryl and the clown with the tear-away face. This meant that in certain scenes, Elfman was essentially arguing with himself in three-part harmony, a truly impressive vocal feat. Fact 29. For dedicated fans, there's a hidden gem on the soundtrack. The extended cut ends with a special verse, a continuation of the story where Santa returns to Halloween Town and Jack even has skeleton children. It's a charming glimpse into a potential future, often hidden after the credits on Disney+. Fact 30. Some original lyrics for Kidnap the Sandy Claus were, unsurprisingly, far gorier. The ratings board stepped in, insisting on changes. A line about a severed head was wisely traded for the slightly less gruesome instruction to tie him up. It's a peek into just how dark Burton's initial vision could be. Bonus fact. To achieve its unique blend of spooky and jolly, Danny Elfman ingeniously mixed the sounds of children's toy xylophones with a full 90-piece symphony. This unexpected combination created that signature whimsical yet unsettling tone that is instantly recognizable and beloved. Mind officially blown yet? If you just learned something new and fascinating, smash that subscribe button. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Halloween Town or Christmas Town? Which magical world would you visit first? So the next time you settle in to watch the Pumpkin King's grand adventure, take a moment to truly appreciate what you're seeing. Remember that every second on screen required a full day of human patience. Every one of Jack's expressive grins meant snapping on a brand new head. And perhaps the scariest part for Disney wasn't the ghoulish residents of Halloween Town, but putting Tim Burton's name on a movie he never technically directed. Share these insights with that friend who swears they know everything about Halloween Town. And let's keep the debate alive. Is it a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? You decide.